Could Saiyan Saga be the theme for this year's Golden Week celebration? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the upcoming Golden Week celebration and what could be the possibility of the theme for that celebration. So we got three reasons I'm going to kind of lay out here that I think might lead us to believe that Saiyan Saga could very well be the theme over some other topics that have been hotly discussed as of late. So let's go ahead, let's hop in, and let's first off clarify when this celebration is going to be coming. So last year on the 23rd of April, we got the global producer letter which revealed the TUR arts for the upcoming Int and AGL, Boo, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku for last year's last year's Golden Week campaign centered around the Majin Buu saga. So it is currently the 19th as of me recording this video, which means that this should be revealed within 4 days, and then about a week after, on the 28th, we should be seeing the campaign begin. So the question is, what will we see when this news arrives on the 23rd? Well, first and foremost, I do believe the upcoming EZAs, this will be our first reason that is going to lead us to believe that Saiyan Saga is the case. So we are currently now in the realm of 3 years of possibilities to choose from for upcoming EZAs. And we've already seen that they are willing to step into the realm of 200% for EZAs. We've seen this with the Path to Power Goku, and of course the AGL Cell and STR Goku and Gohan. So that means that anyone from 2022 is up for grabs. And no category aside from movie heroes or superheroes has more units or more cohesion, right? But these, all right, I'm leaving movie heroes out because these guys are kind of tied to larger celebrations, meaning that they are Dokkan Fest LR EZAs, and these guys, I feel like if there ever is a movie heroes or another superhero celebration, that's when we'll see these guys. But for the rest of the characters, there's almost no cohesion. The closest would be Future Saga with these guys and these guys. But again, these guys being premium LRs, especially these guys being Tanabata, they're not going to, I doubt they're going to be thrown into a Golden Week LR EZA. I can see these guys EZAing during a Tanabata worldwide or possibly an anniversary. So that leaves Saiyan Saga as one of the more coherent categories for EZAs. And Golden Week tends to have a lot of EZAs, right? We think back to last year, there were several EZAs to include Ultimate Gohan, Int Tech Boo, Int Gotenks, plus on the global side, the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, plus several other EZAs as well, and if you want to count the Super EZA for AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which ended up filling out the team, like, there were just a ton that sort of built up Majin Buu Saga as a category, and I can see the same thing happening for Saiyan Saga here. We have the Raditz, we have the Fizz, Goku and Piccolo, and the Int Yamcha, all three due up for an EZA, which could all three happen during that celebration. If you want to make it 4, which is a distinct possibility, they could throw in Yamcha's Part 2 LR EZA. This would be the first Carnival EZA, so I don't know about that one, but it's a possibility. But there, you know, because there is always the Golden Week EZA, or not Golden Week, the Goku Gohan Day EZA, which is usually Goku's family unit. So it could be these guys, could be Gohan here, and that's maybe these guys, but that's pretty much it. So I mean, if they really wanted to tie everything together, right, since this guy released in Yamcha wouldn't be a bad deal there. But I do think that the EZAs are one sort of step in the direction to the possibility of a Saiyan Saga. But there's one bigger clue as to why I think it could possibly be Saiyan Saga, and that is this guy right here, the LR EZA for the LR Kaioken Goku. This one really stands out to me because Dokkan has a history of doing what they did to Kaioken Goku. Kaioken Goku released as and I do like the EZA, he is fun to use, but he is certainly undertuned as an LR EZA, especially compared to his Vegeta counterpart, who is really, really good. This guy is a glass cannon, but he just is lacking one or two extra things that would make the glass cannon worth the run, right? His offense is good, not good enough compared to other characters you would run on teams with him, but it's decent. But you compare him to Vegeta, which is just a straight up amazing EZA, this guy feels undertuned and underwhelming. Well, Dokkan has a habit of doing this exact thing right before releasing a new character who shares the same name. We saw this happen with the Int TUR Broly during last year's worldwide campaign. While he was decent, right, he was lacking a few things that would have helped him out in the meta that he existed in. Specifically in his case, guard would have helped him the most. But just in general, right, he was just a tad bit undertuned. Then, a few weeks later, after his release, they released the LR Int Broly, who shared the same name, basically hard replacing him as a possibility to be run on the team, until he sort of found use in the recent festival battles. The same is true for the Tech Trunks from the year prior. Now, while he doesn't share the same name as his replacement, he was more or less forced off the team by during that meta by the existence of the Fizz ones, because this guy was designed to stack in a meta where we needed short units with quick turn 1 defensive mechanics, which this guy just did not have. He was undertuned for the time he was released and ended up being replaced by the LR Fizz. So two possibilities. These are not the only times we've seen something like this happen. It does happen a lot. So that does lead me to believe that this could explain why Kaioken Goku feels undertuned, right, as a unit. Because he's about to be hard replaced by a new Kaioken Goku. It would make sense, right? Golden Week campaign tends to be a dual campaign versus usually like an Extreme versus Super or a co-op campaign, like in the case of the GT year where we got two Superclass units, GT Goku and GT Vegeta. But you know, if we wanted to do another Goku and Vegeta themed one, we could do Kaioken Goku versus Gallic Gun Vegeta. That would also make sense if it's Gallic Gun Vegeta, seeing as the EZA didn't need to hard replace anyone, right? He is Great Ape named, and he would not have to fight for a team slot with a plain old Gallic Gun Vegeta. So Kaioken Goku, on the other hand, might necessarily have to if the new unit starts as Kaioken just like him, which would make sense, right? We want that voiced Kaioken times 4, so he would definitely have to start as Kaioken in order for him to do that. So I definitely think that this could be possibly one reason. And then finally, right, this one really fits the nail in the coffin for me, and that is the Prime Battle EZAs. We tend to get Prime Battle EZAs during this Golden Week campaign, and there's almost always a pattern to the release of those EZAs, starting from with the very when LR EZAs were being introduced, one of the earliest LR Prime Battle EZAs after the STR Frieza and Prime Battle Goku, we got LR Bpan's EZA. Now, she wasn't a Prime Battle, but she was a free-to-play LR. Now, she got her EZA with the GT campaign. Then the following year with the Android Cell Saga campaign during the post-7-year meta, we got the Prime Battle Vegeta EZA. And then the following year, we got Prime Battle Krillin EZA, leading in. And this one is, this one you might think, well, Celtic, this Krillin is from Saiyan Saga, not from the World Tournament with the Goku and Piccolo. However, if you do remember, Goku led Earthbred Fighters, so it kind of fits in that way, in that he does lead Earthbred Fighters, and I mean, there just aren't any other Krillins to fit. So if we were to follow that pattern, we can also see that the next year, during the Majin Buu Saga celebration, we got the Prime Battle Boo and Bobbity to EZA as well. So there is a pattern there, even if in some cases we have to stretch it a bit. Like maybe this one just breaks the pattern, right? But the pattern does return then with the Boo and Bobbity. So if we were to maintain the pattern, the very next Prime battle on the docket is in fact the LRTN from the Saiyan Saga. The only other Prime Battle EZA to have not occurred yet would be the Dr. Wheelo, and they would obviously go with him first, as they tend to go in order with EZAs. So that it does make the most sense if they were to keep the themes going. So Saiyan Saga does seem to be very likely if we consider that. And really, I mean, it's probably a better option for the time being because there tends to be a lot of EZAs and a lot of extra returning events and just new events in general that come with Golden Week, such as Red Zones, Supreme Magnificent Battles, right? All of these come during this time. And the only other major theme that people have been thinking, of course, is if I can find it here, is Dragon Ball Daima, right? A lot of people are anticipating a mini Goku, possibly Super Saiyan 4, or Super Saiyan 3 versus Goma, which would make sense. It would be a good choice to capitalize on it while the dub is still running. I think they just reached the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta phase, but the problem is that there isn't a whole lot they could EZA to fill out a major celebration like Golden Week. Tanabata, they could definitely fit in because there tends to be less EZAs during that time, usually. So, trying to fit it into Golden Week could be a bit rough because there really aren't too many options that would fit along with a Daima themed celebration, unless they go the Super Saiyan 4 route and they start pulling from GT and Shadow Dragon Saga, in which case they could EZA the Gogeta and maybe Super EZA these guys. But then that's about it. The villain side gets almost no help because there really isn't much unless they go Goma wouldn't have Worldwide Chaos, maybe Inhuman Deeds, which then they could possibly Super EZA and one of the Omega Shenrons, but I mean, I don't see this happening yet. I feel like if they're when Dokkan likes to wait on these things, they really do, right? They don't, with the exception of UI Goku when he released in the anime. Most of the time when it comes to these, they wait to capitalize on it. They don't drop it right when the movie or right when that part of the series drops. They tend to wait to make it as special as possible. All right, we saw that with Fizz, Gohan, and Piccolo. They waited, a long time to release those units, and it ended up paying off. Orange Piccolo ended up being really good. Fizz Ultimate Gohan, despite what many people say, he was very good for the time that he released. Wait a year later, and then we got STR Beast Gohan, one of the best units in the game. So Dokkan is likely going to wait and take their time and build us a good unit for said anticipated Daima characters. So I could see them waiting for that reason, which would then kind of open up the Saiyan Saga. But, that's just based on what we see here. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what do you think of the theory here? Do you think we're on to something, or do you think we're a little off? Would you like to see Saiyan Saga for the Golden Week campaign, or are you one who wants to just jump right into Daima? What do you think about the hints that we showed here? Do you think they mean anything or not? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.